Welcome to this edition of Tullahoma's News Leader on 6. I'm Jenny English.
And I'm Isabella English. In tonight's news, Middle Tennessee State University receives a major grant to help fight diabetes in young adults. TBI has released a report on crime in Tennessee schools. A Tennessee walking horse show this weekend in Lynchburg will benefit several charities in the area, and Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley will talk about this year's city budget. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Cool off at Southern Middle Tennessee's newest water park, Tullahoma's Splash Island. Fun for all ages. 3 25-foot water slides, lazy river, fun water features for toddlers, tasty food items available. All this and more, only $5 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. or 4 to 9 p.m. Sundays 1 to 6. Join the fun at Tullahoma's Splash Island.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Only 2 remaining 2018 Kia Stingers, up to $10,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. As part of the Tennessee Department of Health's ongoing Project Diabetes Initiative, the agency has awarded a grant totaling more than $444,000 to Middle Tennessee State University's Center for Health and Human Services to implement Blue Raiders Drink Up, healthy choices for healthy students. The program's purpose is to reduce overweight and obesity as risk factors for the development of diabetes, with the administration of interventions prior to any manifestation of the disease. Students will learn the importance of reducing consumption of sugary beverages. Planned activities will include participation in cooking classes and counseling with a registered dietitian. Among other educational events, a scholarship to fund personnel training sessions also will be offered.
Cynthia Chafin, Associate Director of Community Programs for CHHS, said Tennessee obesity rates for high school students in 2017 was 20.5%, resulting in Tennessee having the second highest obesity rate for that population in the nation. This trend in obesity rates for young adults may continue as they enter college, and we know that obesity and diabetes are connected. The U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends limiting the amount of sugar-sweetened beverage intake to help individuals maintain healthy diets. According to the CDC, drinking sugar-sweetened beverages frequently is associated with weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, kidney diseases, non-alcoholic liver disease, tooth decay, and gout.
In support of Tullahoma's initiative to make the city an art destination, Dan and Fran Markham have placed a large sculpture by artist Steve Smith in front of the Markham Business Center. The piece is named Humanity. It is the shape of an egg with a face on it that's painted with the colors of every race on Earth. The internationally diverse sculpture could not have found a better home than in front of the Markham's Business Incubator. If you get a chance, stop by and take a look at Humanity. It will leave you with a wonderful feeling of inclusiveness.
All right, we're out in front of the Markham Business Center, and this is Steve Smith, the artist, with Dan Markham. And Steve is delivering his art piece, Humanity, to the Markham Center this morning. It's an egg-shaped piece representing all of the colors of the races on the world and on the earth. And he's going to deliver that here and place it in front of the Markham Business Center, which originally was an incubator and still is. And so what a great place to put an egg in front of an incubator, and where businesses are nurtured and brought to life. So that's Steve and Dan Markham. What about it, Steve-O?
Hey.
You glad to get Humanity placed?
Yeah, it's been a while, so we got it going now, so that's good. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good. What about it, Mr. Dan?
That looks great. Humanity has arrived.
At the Markham Business Center. The original Tullahoma Incubator building has its own egg now.
It's great to be part of Arts in Tullahoma program.
Yes, it is.
Take a stripe off each color off the program.
Yeah, I like the different colors.
Yeah, I do too.
Humanity has arrived to the Markham Business Center. Well, it's always been quite humane around here, but this is a great art representation done by sculptor Steve Smith.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has released 2 new studies detailing the volume and nature of crime on school campuses and crime identified as having a domestic violence nexus. Both students utilized data from the Tennessee Incident-Based Reporting System. Among the findings of School Crime 2018 were the overall number of offenses reported as having occurred on a school campus increased by 13.9% from 2016 to 2018. Simple assault was the most frequently reported offense at 37.6%. The month of September had the highest frequency of reported school crimes, and females accounted for 53.3% of reported victims.
Among the findings of Domestic Violence 2018 were a total of 73,568 offenses were reported as domestic related in 2018, reflecting a decrease of 5.8% from 2017. Of the reported domestic violence offenses, 49,455 of them were reported as simple assault. Females were 3 times more likely to be victimized than males, accounting for 71.1% of all reported domestic violence victims, and domestic violence was reported as a factor in 98 murders in 2018.
Stay with us. More news is coming up after these messages.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out the 2019 fully loaded V6 Kia Sorento, up to $6,400 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the 2 of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Airfoilers annual Warbirds show is coming up this weekend in Tullahoma. Jim spoke with 2 of the club's members about the show.
Folks from the Coffee County Airfoilers, to my left is Paul Green, and to his left is Ernie Miller, who claims he is the communicator of the Coffee Airfoilers here. And they're going to communicate with us today because they've got a big event coming up, which I think you're the chairman of that event, right, Paul?
Yes, sir, I am. It will be Warbirds Fly-In, July 19, 20, and 21.
Now, these planes that you have on the stage here with us, I assume they're Warbirds, replicas of Warbirds.
Yes, World War II. Yeah. Except for that one in the middle, that's a Predator. That's the one they use now.
Is that a drone?
Yes, sir.
Kind of thing?
Yes, sir.
I thought I'd seen it on TV.
That's the one they fly all over everywhere to do a whole lot of stuff.
Is the Predator? Is that like the one that got shot down recently?
It's similar to it, but the one that got shot down was one of the larger ones. It was a jet, actually. Had the ability to stay a long, long time, and so they took it down.
So I imagine when you guys see something like this on TV, probably means you probably know more details about it than the average person, do you not?
Yes, sir. And of course, something like that is, being a military man myself, is very troubling.
Yeah. Now you got to. We'll get back to the subject, which I have to admit I'm a little fascinated by the fact that you guys are so knowledgeable about this thing. But you got an event coming up. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, we will be doing a Warbird Fly-In out at the club field, which is located on Wattendorf Highway, right next to the Arnold Golf Club. That'll be July 19, 20, and 21, with most of the activity happening on the 20th. We will have planes like you see here. we'll have planes that are much larger, some up to 10 feet wingspans.
Oh my goodness.
And some as small as 16-inch wingspans.
Yeah.
So they'll be powered by either wet fuel, gasoline, or model airplane fuel, or electric.
I see.
Now, like this one here is electric, right, Paul?
Yes, it is.
And that one in the middle is electric, and that one over there is gas.
Now, electric, does that mean they fly from
batteries and electric motors?
Batteries, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. And these that we're seeing here actually all fly, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it more difficult to fly a plane that has a 10-foot wingspan than it is a smaller one?
Not at all.
Easier.
Really?
Easier. Yeah. They're easier to fly, actually. They're just more stable. They'll take the higher winds, and they're just more stable.
So do you sort of have to need to know something about flying prior to
yes, sir.
to bringing one up?
Yes, sir. And this gentleman right here is one of our instructors.
I see.
That teaches them to fly.
Yeah. Okay. Were you on the show once when we talked about this, and you guys, some representatives from your organization was here, and I told them about the drone my daughter bought me, and I had it 30 minutes, and it was in the woods somewhere, and I've not seen it since.
That happens. That happens. Yeah.
By instructor, does that mean you actually teach people to fly these things?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah.
We have open flying lessons on Saturday mornings, and we have the club also has 4 instructors, and any of us are happy to help any person that wants to learn how to fly, to learn to do it on a Saturday morning or by appointment.
I see.
And they can teach them to fly anything from the drones to the biggest airplanes we got.
Right. So for this event coming up, the Warbirds event, do people come from other places, I assume, other than just Tullahoma?
We are going to have people from other states coming and from other cities in town. So traditionally, we've had people come from Alabama, Georgia. This year we may have some from Florida. We've got from other cities such as Nashville, Knoxville, Chattanooga, all around the area.
Kentucky, Mississippi.
And you guys are pretty active in doing
yes,
this.
Sir.
You guys stay pretty busy. I know we see a number of events throughout the year that you guys are actually putting on out there.
That's true. This event is one of the 2 largest events we have. We have the Warbirds fly-in here in July, and then in August we have what we call a giant scale fly-in that comes, and we'll be talking more about that with you folks later as it approaches. But we do put on about 8 events every year.
At least, yeah.
Okay.
And we actually have 2 that's conducted on the lake.
Oh, okay.
Water planes.
There are water planes?
Yes, sir. Float planes.
I did not know that. Yeah,
we do 2 events every year just for that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Of course, they're on Normandy out on Woods Reservoir.
Right.
I mean, I said Normandy. That's wrong. Down on Woods Reservoir on Arnold Air Force Base.
I see. Okay. This is coming up again. Tell me the date.
The dates are July 19, 20, and 21.
Okay. And it will be where?
It will be located on Arnold Air Force Base at right next to the Arnold Golf Club.
Right before you get to the golf club.
Right before you get to the golf club.
Right.
And that is at the Coffee Airfoilers Club Field.
Right.
More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag. with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. A Tennessee walking horse show this Saturday night in Lynchburg will benefit Horseplay of Tullahoma, Great Strides of Shelbyville, and the Liz's Kids organization. Peggy Burton brings us this story.
We're having a horse show called Liz's Kids Horse Show, and it's going to benefit Liz's Kids, Great Strides, and us. It's a Tennessee Walker show with 34 classes, so it's going to run all night long. It's going to be a great show, and the kids are really going to benefit.
And the kids get to take lessons for free.
Yes, we offer free lessons, and this will help support our program.
And so, when you talk about 21 classes, can you name some of those?
I know our first class is a stick horse class.
Okay.
But I
That's
don't
all right.
know all the 34.
If you have to be a horseman to know all that, I think. Loretta, where do you fit in here?
I'm secretary for Horseplay.
You're secretary for Horseplay, and I know you're out beating the bushes for money and fundraising.
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I hear this is going to be one of the biggest fundraisers you all have ever had.
Yes, ma'am.
And what time does it start?
It starts at 4:30. The first class will roll in, and kids will start coming, or riders will start showing up way earlier to be prepped and ready to go. Also, at one point in the night, Matt Dillon is going to come and sing. And
that's wonderful.
Yes, he is amazing. I don't know if you've heard him, but you should Google him.
I have.
He's also going to be at the Lynchburg Music
Festival. I know
so
that.
we're really blessed that he's going to come and put on a short show for us.
What is the charge for this?
For entry fee, or the gate fee, is $5.
Oh, you can't beat the price.
You really can. It's great entertainment for a good price.
For $5, and you get to sit through the whole entire
Yes,
thing.
ma'am. And box seats are $40.
They have box seats there?
Yes, ma'am.
We do have some box seats available.
That's good.
It's bring your own chairs.
Yeah.
But you'll have a great view.
And I'm sure there's lots and lots of food to eat and concessions.
Yes.
And does some of that go to the Horseplay?
Yes, ma'am.
If the concessions,
No, I don't know about the concessions,
Oh, okay.
but Horseplay is one of the three that will benefit from the proceeds from the horse show.
Okay.
And it will help us keep our riding sessions free for this year. We've got 58 students.
58 students.
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the age group of those students again?
3 and 4 to 18.
3 and 4-year-olds to 18.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is awesome. And is the class going on right now?
They have it. Yes, ma'am. We have summer sessions. Amanda's there for all of them, and they run on Monday mornings
and Saturday mornings.
And the summer classes will be over in August.
My guess is that my heart is touched by what you do, and I know that you feel the same way when those kids come in and you see the smile on their face when they can ride a horse.
Yes, you can see on day one they're maybe a little timid, a little, I'm not so sure about this. But by week 2, week 3,
They're just
4, it's a complete transformation in a child.
Their confidence is built up,
Yes,
and they feel like they know what they're
and
doing.
they're like, I am great at this. I'm amazing. Watch me grow.
That's
and
fabulous.
I would love for anyone to come out and watch.
It's
I just
open
love
for
it.
anybody who
do we
wants
need to mention any sponsors?
to.
You probably have some sponsors, and I don't know if you want to mention them or not. But if you don't, that's okay. What else do you need to tell?
Well, need everybody to come and support the horse show Saturday down in Lynchburg at Wiseman Park. And if you haven't ever been there, it's a big pavilion. There's room for hundreds of people to come. And
it's happening rain or shine, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
It starts at
4:30.
4:30, and you know when it ends? Just whenever
the last class is over.
All those classes show up with all those horses.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
tell you what, whether you're a horse lover or not, you got to love this show because you've got some wonderful talent coming in.
Yes. And we have a website, horseplayinc.org.
Horseplayinc.org.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And there's a list on the right side of the
who to call,
and it gives you a contact information, and there's also forms that you can fill out.
Do you feel like all your slots are filled, or is there room for any more?
Currently, we have 2 openings for our fall session.
that is really good, because it just shows that people have learned to appreciate, and I couldn't think of anything better for a child to do.
And Peggy, this is the first year no child has ever been put on a waiting list.
Stay tuned. There's more News Leader on 6 right after this.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Lane Curley presented this year's city budget at the July 8th Board of Mayor and Alderman meeting. Let's listen to a portion of his comments.
So what has Tullahoma accomplished over the past year? Thanks to the help of many, nearly 97% of Tullahoma citizens are employed. Over 150 companies requested a business license. Retail sales continue to outpace state and national levels. The Greenway was extended. Over 6,550 tons of materials were recycled. 5.3 lane miles were paved, and 217 dogs were adopted. Firefighters have installed 4,000 free smoke alarms to date. We maintained a Class 2 ISO fire protection rating, effectively reducing risk and liability for Tullahoma homeowners and businesses. According to data collected by the TBI for 2018, crime decreased over 3% from the previous year. In the first 6 months of this year, 745 pounds of prescription and over-the-counter drugs have been safely disposed of through the Drug Take-Back program. 71 new single-family homes were constructed. Several high-profile retailers were welcomed to Tullahoma. We saw over $24,500,000 in new construction over the past year. 398 tax relief applications were approved. Tullahoma City Schools had another excellent year with the hiring of a new director and an emphasis on excellence in education, athletics, and arts. Man's best friend now has a new home until they find their forever homes. Tullahoma earned the Tree City designation for the 22nd year in a row. The Storybook Trail opened. North Jackson Streetscape plan that was started. Veterans Memorial at History Park was dedicated. Over 200 recent THS graduates earned millions of dollars in scholarships to technical schools, community colleges, and universities. Over 312 Tullahoma residents walked a total of 56,681 miles together on the Appalachian Trail as part of our Get Fit Tullahoma initiative. TUA replaced over 3,000 street lights with LED lights, which are now more aesthetic and save money and power. TUA also completed the 240 kW solar farm and increased Light Tube subscriber count by 4% to 3,769 subscribers. Our Tullahoma Airport was one of 3 airports in the U.S. selected by the AOPA to host their 80-year anniversary fly-in. And last but not least, Jennifer Moody was selected as the new city administrator. So what do we have to look forward to over the next 12 months? A new park on East Lincoln Street, an extension of the Greenway, a cleaner and more attractive community, renovated grounds at South Jackson Performing Arts Center, more sidewalks and street paving, a new police station, downtown improvements, and progressing closer to our goal of having 90% of Tullahoma within 1/2 mile of a fitness opportunity. Our chief job as mayor and alderman is to define our vision and inspire the community to help reach that vision. It is critical we keep our eyes on our bold vision for Tullahoma to be considered world class in everything we do. From job creation to cleanliness to high school graduation rates and everything in between, I want Tullahoma to be the best and considered a world-class community. There appears to be a great deal of confidence in Tullahoma, both from citizens already here and from outsiders looking to invest here. And many more exciting things are on the drawing board. By growing Tullahoma, diverse jobs will be created from entry level to the professional level. The opportunities are ours, but we do not wait on opportunities. We want to create opportunities. Much of the positive actions I have presented are by city government and affiliated agencies. There are countless acts of goodwill that quietly happen every day by Tullahoma citizens, businesses, churches, and organizations that truly make a positive difference in the lives of Tullahomans. Thanks everyone for all you do to make Tullahoma a great place to work, live, play, and raise our families. We should all be challenged by three thoughts. Great cities are intentional, not accidental. In other words, we must have a plan and take strategic steps to accomplish our plan. Number two, why can't Tullahoma be the best? Some city is going to be the best. Why not Tullahoma? We should always strive to be the best in everything we do. Number three, if you really love Tullahoma, you have to help make Tullahoma better. We all have opportunities to improve Tullahoma, whether through school, job, civic club, church, neighborhood, or household. Get involved, make a difference. Leave Tullahoma better than when you found it. In summary, Tullahoma is truly a blessed community. We have so much to be thankful for and so much to look forward to. While it truly is a great day to be in Tullahoma, let's always remember we can make a great community even greater. Let's leave Tullahoma better than we found it by the work we do and the decisions we make. Thank you.
Stay with us. Your local forecast is next.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation.
It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. We're going to take a look at our local forecast, starting with our weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1980 at 98 degrees, and the record low was in 1967 at 55 degrees. Our average high on this day is 89 degrees, and an average low is 66. Tonight, look for clear weather with a low of 70 degrees. Partly cloudy on Friday with a high of 89 and a low of 71, and on Saturday, expect some thunderstorms with a high of 86 and a low of 71. And that's it for this edition of News Leader on 6. Join us here each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10.
Thanks for watching. Have a great day.